One of the major challenges for cities and metros across the country is how to prioritize their focus for international markets. The world is a big place. There are lots of good opportunities in places that hold real promise across the globe for any given metro. Louisville and Lexington, Kentucky have been fortunate to work and to lead a regional partnership over the last number of years that has involved a collaboration with the Brookings Institution. And we've undertaken a number of projects with them designed to help improve and examine our economic performance in terms of our international work. The latest of these projects was a project on international market prioritization. And we developed, as a result of that project, a three-part system, 2 quantitative elements and 1 qualitative element, to sift through a number of different data points on international markets and prioritize those that we felt brought us to the intersection and identified the intersection between opportunity and accessibility. We know that there are lots of promising markets so that we simply don't have the resources to address ourselves to all at the same time. And we know that our best chances for success are going to be in markets where we can make a sustained commitment of time, of network building, of insight gathering. And so we chose 3 international markets based on a number of different indicators that examined the activity of certain geographies, certain countries, in very specific sectors of interest to us in the US as a whole, in our peer states and peer metros that have a similar value proposition to us, and the history of investment in our own region both in those sectors and from those geographies. And we looked at the growth prospects in those sectors, in particular geographies, over the coming years. And then we looked again, as I say, at our resource allocation, what we could reasonably hope to bring to those markets over time. And we ended up prioritizing Canada, the UK, and the Netherlands for metropolitan regional focus. This has helped us enormously in focusing our efforts in making the case to stakeholders. We have a database justification for why we chose one market and not another market. And we have a map to help us stay the course as global conditions change and shift a little bit. We'll have the opportunity to look at whether key data points have really shifted for us and we need to make an adjustment in the decision that we made, or whether we need to stay the course because we know that the underlying justifications for these markets are good. We've also created a system that allows us to iterate over time. As we have new understanding and new insights, we can add in new data points that will make our conclusions even stronger. But it is essential, I think, for metros who have to always, and all of us who work in economic development, have to manage our time between the part of our work that is proactive and the part of our work that is reactive. And in our proactive time, we have to do the best that we can do to steward our limited resources in directions that we know hold the most promise for the broad economic development goals of our communities.